Hi friends, welcome to this new video on the Dr. USP channel. Every powerful theory in qualitative research begins with a simple memo, not just a note but a living record of your ideas as they spark during coding. Today I'll demonstrate memo writing on Atlas.ti to turn fleeting thoughts into lasting insights. Memos are the very heartbeat of qualitative analysis. Glaser described them as the theorizing write-up of ideas about codes and their relationships as they strike the analyst while coding. Experts strongly urge researchers to prioritize memo writing, for without it, powerful insights may slip away unrecorded. Memos act as an analytic safety net, preserving the sudden flashes of interpretation that occur in the midst of coding. Memos form the basis for the final written report. The researcher who can realize the significance of memoing from the outset of the study will find the final stages of their research much less cumbersome. One can write memos about the methodology of a study, its conceptual framework, ideas, etc. Memos help the researcher to add insightful information. The information could be anything: a quotation, code groups, etc. Ajay Gupta gives a powerful mnemonic. M stands for mapping the activities in the study, E extracting the meaning from the data, M maintaining the momentum of research, and O open communication, memo. According to the grounded theory approach, memos act as the bridge between coding and theory. They capture your thinking in action. They provide the analytical depth. Instead of just noting what's in the data, memos force you to ask why this matters and how it relates to other things. Theory development. Memos record your comparisons, your hypotheses about relationships, and evolving theoretical frameworks. In qualitative data analysis, memos are extremely important. Memos allow researchers to document their own role, biases, and assumptions. This is critical in interpretivist research. In long projects, insights come suddenly. Memos preserve them before they evaporate. You can also think of memos as organizational tools. We'll demonstrate how to link memos to codes, quotations, or documents in Atlas.ti, and that keeps interpretation tightly connected to the data. Memos are a strong writing aid. When you finally draft your thesis or article, memos act like ready-made analytical paragraphs. In the report writing process, you can straightaway take memos into account. Types of memo. Research diary. Keeping a research diary is helpful when working on a research project. Using an Atlas.ti memo offers advantages over a Word document. You can quickly record and timestamp your analytic steps after each session, making it part of your ongoing project. A research diary also serves as a useful reference, especially during long-term projects, and aids in writing method sections. Typically, researchers begin with a list of research questions or several preliminary ideas. By compiling these questions into a memo, you ensure that they remain accessible and central to your project workflow. By systematically recording and expanding upon your research questions within a memo, you enhance both the organization and clarity of your analysis. Another type is the idea memo. During the research process, it is common to have valuable ideas that cannot be pursued immediately. It is advisable to document them promptly in memos. Rather than creating a separate memo for each individual idea, researchers should consolidate all significant ideas into a single memo. A practical approach is to title this memo "Great Ideas to Follow Up." Then we have the literature memo. Theory or literature memos allow you to add secondary source information such as literature excerpts and key theories directly into your Atlas.ti project. These memos act as convenient reminders and can also collect supporting evidence for published theories by linking relevant data segments within your project. Let us now see the demonstration of memo writing in Atlas.ti. I have imported this interview excerpt here, which I'll use to demonstrate memo writing today. Let's open this document. As you can see here, it's here as a PDF file, a simple PDF file which has these 4 excerpts. So before I start memo writing, I'll begin with the coding process. So to code an extract, we just need to select this, right click, apply codes. So here are the suggested codes. It's there in the new version of Atlas.ti. We can decide whether to use them or not to use them. So just for demo, I'm using all of them. I'm applying this. As you can see, this has been applied there. I don't distrust in traditional media. I'm applying this as well. I can apply my own code over here. I can apply, for example, a code called media bias, and I can apply it here. Similarly, for the second extract, these are the suggested codes. The ones that have been used earlier, as you can see, they are just seen here as a click on menu. So I can just add the ones that I've used before. Control over information consumption, distrust in traditional media. These are the ones which have not been used before, so I can add instant updates and overwhelm from information to this extract as well. I can code this one as well. So I can see the codes which have already been used. I can decide whether to use some of them, or I can go for the suggested codes provided by Atlas.ti. Honesty in corrections, these are all new codes, as you can see, not the ones that have been applied earlier. Similarly, I'll code the 4th extract. Right click, apply code. There are different ways of coding. Quick coding, as you know, would just use the code which was last used. So I can use some of these codes which I think are valid for this. So now I have done my coding here. And if I see here, 14 codes have been applied. To create memos, and as we've already discussed, there are a number of types of memos. So we add a new entity, and there could be a new code or a new memo. So I'm using a new memo, and I can name it. So I'm first naming it as a research question memo. Once it has been created, you can see there are different things I can do that. This is just like a word processor where I can add text, highlight it, I can take in paragraphs, I can align it, I can insert quotation, I can insert date and time, I can insert a picture. Date and time has been added there, and I can add the research questions. Rather than wasting your time with typing everything, I'll just copy and paste it here. So the central research question guiding this project is: how do individuals negotiate trust across traditional and multimedia platforms? So I've created this memo. So this is the memo which exists here, and this is what I've written here. So as you can see, this extract I've added a RQ memo, and if I click it here, I can see that it is inside that. Similarly, if I want to bring this memo to or link this memo to a particular extract, I can just click this. So only this part I have added this memo. Similarly, let's create another memo. I'll go the same way, new entities, new memo. We have to name it something, so let's name it a research diary memo. I can go back, so I insert date and time, and beneath that I put in my thoughts there. Today's coding session highlighted my own tendencies to sympathize with participants who favored newspapers over digital platforms. So I showed you how to link those research question memos. So here you can see those research question memos. They will link to 3 quotations. We can go to Memo Manager and see about that. So as you can see, the research question memo, it's grounded 3, 0 density. The research diary memo which I've just created is grounded as 0, and the density is 0 because I have not linked it to anyone. I'll go and create another research memo. So let's call it the idea memo. I'll create this idea memo. where I've typed everything. So here it is, a recurring theme in the excerpts. Let's create another final memo. So this is there in my literature memo. I can, as discussed earlier, I can use this literature memo to suggest that excerpt 3 is where I would be requiring it. So I just click and drop it over here. As you can see there, the codes are marked with this green square, and these memos are marked with this open page kind of a thing. So this is the literature memo. Now that we've created these 4 memos and 14 codes, I'll demonstrate what you can do with these memos. So let's very quickly go to the memo manager. These are the 4 memos that we have created: idea, literature, research, RQ, etc. I can change the types. If I just need to click one of them, and if you see now, these are all of the memo type. I can change the type if I want. I can just put them as the idea type. If you can see that, this type of memo has changed to idea. Now the rest are memos. We can also create groups out of those memos when required. I just need to right click them. I can create a new group from selection. So let me just show you another tool of using the literature theory memo, and I will show it to you in a network. So as you can see that literature theory, it is there in this network. This is showing me the quotation. I can preview that. So this is the quotation which is linked to this memo. I have already linked it to one of those codes. I can add as many nodes as I want to. I just need to go there. I can so here my literature theory memo has been linked to this code, control over information. If I want to add another node here, I just need to click from here, add it here, it gets added here. If I want to link my memo, as you can see, the literature theory was the memo here, and this is the code. If I want to link here, I just need to drag this rectangle from here to here, and I have linked the memo with the code. I can see the entire thing in this network just by showing preview. I can change the layout. I can make it more circular. So this is what it appears like. This theory memo is linked to these codes and this interview. I can use this information also in a report, and that would be in a very convenient form, as you can see. So these memos can be used to get a report as well. Let me save this. So I have saved this network. Now I have, if you can see this, literature theory, grounded 1 because it has been linked to one quotation, density 2 because it has been linked to 2 other codes. The other memos I haven't linked to anything else. I can link memos to each other as well. I can group them, etc. So here I have 14 codes, 4 memos, and now one network. I can use this export function to create a report. For example, I need the content, the memos, the codes, the quotations, and I'm using just this literature theory node memo to create a report. So this report is being created. So as you can see, that's the entire thing, the literature theory memo. It is linked to 2 codes, 0 memos. We haven't linked to any other memo, which are the codes where it has been linked to, and the quotations of those codes. I mean those particular texts which have been coded as control over information consumption, and those entire quotation is here as well. So as you can see here, there's a lot of text which I can use in the document, and this carries on along with the coding my work. Thank you for staying along, friends. I'll be back with another video very soon.